All right, guys, how's it going? Did you have a good weekend? I'm sure it was made better by Liverpool winning. Good to see, good to see, good to see. Some people were a little bit apprehensive going into that game. Thought we might come unstuck. I didn't. I'm like full of confidence at the moment concerning Liverpool. I don't know about you. We've had a great start to the season, so long may it continue. I'm not naive. I know the mood can change very quickly. But at the moment, I'm really enjoying things, guys. I've got to be honest with you. Thanks to those of you that made the effort to come along on Saturday night for Saturday night streaming. It was a good night. I was going to say it wasn't too late when we finished, but I think it was 2 a.m. for me, so it's not too bad, is it? But it was a good night, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not sure if there'll be one this weekend, probably not. And then I'm away for a couple of weeks, so I don't think we'll be doing that for a while. We'll see. What we will do is some streams during the daytime, especially when I'm away, because I'll be in a different time zone. So it'll make it a little bit easier for me, I think, to speak to you in an evening. Anyway, we're going to speak today about Newcastle's Bruno. Now, we were mentioned with him in the summer, and I was a little bit suspicious about those links with the midfielder in the summer, because obviously he's been negotiating a new contract with them, and I thought we were just being thrown into the mix as, by the agent kind of thing to try and get a better deal. But it turns out our interest in him is genuine. Now, he has agreed a new contract with Newcastle, which I think is going to run until 2028, a substantial pay rise and things like that. Now, apparently, Boy George, the Liverpool sporting director, which we've not heard much about recently, have we? I think we will do soon. Apparently, he held conversations with Bruno's representatives. Now, I think the agency represents Mateus Cunha. I think that's his name, do you remember? So we've spoken to them before. There was a time we were sniffing around that player. And it's alleged that George, sorry, unless you watched Rainbow as a kid, you won't understand. That George did hold conversations about this player. Now, I'm told, or I was told over the weekend, that we've maintained our interest in this player despite the player agreeing a new deal with Newcastle. So I've been doing a little bit of digging and stuff like that, and see what's been said about that. And I think a key point that's come out from the latest reports regarding this new contract is the release clause. Now, there is no mention as yet as to what that release clause could be. It could be 90 million, it could be 100 million, 110 million. But Liverpool have apparently asked to be kept informed of the figure of the release clause. Liverpool are not going to try and put pressure on the player or anything, to hold out until next year. Don't sign a new deal. It sounds like the deal's agreed in principle. I don't think it's been inked yet. I'm not sure. I don't think there's been an announcement on that. Not an official announcement anyway. But I do think it's interesting. I think it's interesting because I think what Liverpool are going to do is look at players with release clauses even more so next year, because if Mo Salah does go to the Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Pro League, which we expect he will, then Liverpool will be quite flush. They'll have a few bob, and other clubs will know this. So it might be in Liverpool's interest to target players with release clauses. So, in summary, Liverpool's interest in Newcastle's Bruno in the summer was genuine. It wasn't agent talk to try and get a better deal. And the current situation, as of this weekend, is Liverpool have asked to be kept informed of that release clause in his latest contract. So my advice to you would be just to keep an eye on that contractual situation. I haven't had a look today. The computer's behind the phone on the tripod here, if you're wondering why I keep looking over there. But I will have a look at that. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think anything's come out on that front as yet regarding the actual signing of a contract. Usually when that happens, then, the terms are leaked or whatever. So that's it. That's all I've got for you at the moment, actually. So, an interesting one. I don't know what you think of that. I mean, like I say, in the summer when I saw it, I was like, nah, I'm not having that. You know, because he seemed like he hadn't been at Newcastle very long, and he's like a fan favourite, and it just seems to fit in with their profile and their setup and all that. And I'm thinking, why would Liverpool? You know what I mean? And you know, the contract. You know, looking at extending the contract, so you think, nah, we're just being thrown in there. But guaranteed, guys, this has come from a very good source that would know about these things. And they're saying Liverpool's interest was genuine. There was no bid, no approach or anything like that. Well, when I say no approach, no bid, no attempts to sign him in the summer. But Liverpool do want to be kept informed of his release clause. So that's the most important thing moving forward. Keep an eye on the contract situation, and let's see if we can find out what his release clause is. And what's your thoughts on it? Can you see Liverpool label? Who's label? Excuse me. Can you see Liverpool going for him next year? Maybe. Let me just. I want to look something up. I just want to see how old he is. He's 25, so he's 26 in November, so he's 26 very soon. A little bit, I just think it's a bit of a strange link, to be honest. Why do Liverpool want to be kept informed of his release clause? Well, because then they might trigger. I don't know. It still doesn't seem right to me. But the source is adamant. So make of that what you will. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, you know, guys. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little bit of information. Don't know if it's really that exciting, but I thought I'd mention it to you. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it a little bit, and leave me a comment. And if you really like the video, which I'm sure you didn't, hit that super thanks button. I'd be very grateful. All right, guys, I'm going to go on the members website now, the Top VIP members website. I've got to be honest with you, it's dead on there today, because when Liverpool win, it's very quiet. When Liverpool lose, there's hell on. But at the moment, it's very quiet. So I need to go on there and update them a little bit about this this Bruno stuff, you know. So if you are a VIP member, I'll see you on there shortly. All right, guys. Remy's here. Hello. How come you always come to me? Is it because I'm talking to them and you're a little bit jealous? Remy Abbas. Come on, show your face then. Come on. Ah, there he is. Look, there he is. Oh, I've been licking your ass, have you? All right, then. Say goodbye. How did you do that? Yeah, just like a woman. All right, guys. See you in a bit.